brings me great joy that someone's finally taken the time to make a document of the almost meeting of the birdhead people and three-eyed men. It almost came to be the three-eyed men knew they had to wear capes, and they brought their little worm people to meet the birdmen. And they knew that the birdmen liked utensils, so they brought a knife. And the birdmen, for their part, wearing their skinniest of pants and floating as they often do, knew that the three-eyed people liked to wear hats, and they brought a hat along. Unfortunately, the three-eyed man already had a hat. They brought their birds along, and the reddest of birds was tasked with carrying the violinist of Linz, and it carried it until it saw the promised worm people that it knew would be its friends, and it dropped the violin it did into the abyss there. You can see the document yourselves. And they reached out for days, almost ready to touch each other. They were wearing striped ties, and this strange thing that some people, well, they had those back then. And of course, baggy pants and small pants and flying birds and worm people and floating leaves and dropping violins and birds that were carrying utensils, going to eat something real nice. Didn't know that one day they would be forgotten until the Almanac was uncovered in the year of 2010, and Freeman-Fox said, "Hello! Hello to you people with the worms and the birds and the violins, and you've got pants that are small and pants that are large, and you're wearing hats, and you have three eyes. There's only two, and the bird's got one, but on the other side of his head, he had another eye. And there were worms floating in the skies and leaves, and they were hiding, and it was good." So they stood like that until they became tired, and then they were rendered on spinning discs of plastic, and they did spin around and around and around and around. They traveled the globe, and they made merry, and then they saw a man through the flames. He looked like a fuzzy-headed kind of fella with pants, and the volume of his shirt was great, and the volume of his band was great, and the volume of the contents of his soul did distill itself into the waters, and they played on until they were shut down and reopened the next day.
D.alex.
Thank you.